I'm just gonna sit and watch this for a second. Ah, 20 years of Double Fine. That's really loud. Let me turn that off, actually. Unreal Engine. Ooh, okay. So, this is literally the third game coming out, or the third thing that's coming out that I've waited, out of four, that I've waited a decade plus for. This, well, let me do all this first. Text English, yes. Increased font legibility, yes. Subtitles on. Larger subtitles on. Localized navigation sign UI, sure. Brightness, that should be fine. That's too bright. That's too dark. Yeah, hundreds more than fine. Psychonauts 2. Psychonauts 2 contains artistic representations of serious mental conditions, including addiction, PTSD, panic attacks, anxiety, and delusions. There are also images that may be upsetting to people who have dental phobia. These conditions are usually presented in a lighthearted or even a comical manner, but might still be distressing to some players. Ultimately, Psychonauts 2 is a game about empathy and healing. If you find yourself experiencing a negative reaction to the content, or if you need mental health resources, please visit takethis.org/mental health resources. That's really forward of them. So, for those who don't know, Psychonauts is a 3D platformer, or I guess Psychonauts 2 are 3D platformers that delve into the concept of the mind in a very comedic fashion. There we go. Aw. Oh, good. So I want to have to like actually do a description about. I don't have to do a recap of this entire game. He's doing it for me. Literally think Men in Black, but with psychic powers. Wow, this sounds like insanely stupid and not realistic or not real. So this part that's about to happen takes place in the VR Psychonauts game I haven't played called Rhombus of Ruin, I believe. Yeah, Bermuda Triangle. Milla's looking good. So That was the entire synopsis of Psychonauts 1. Um, and I think it's this. Instead of, since I can't really talk about the game now that he did it for me, I want to talk about like things outside the content of the game. So the initial Psychonauts game, when it initially came out on Xbox, massive failure, literal flop. It literally was just a massive commercial failure that didn't really, it wasn't going to have a sequel with how badly it did. And then, but it got a classic following. And then when it got re-released on the Xbox Live service on the Xbox 360, that's when it saw its new resurgence of people playing the game for the first time, being like, "Oh, this game is really good." Personally, I managed to play it for the first time on Xbox, but I didn't finish it until it came back to the Xbox 360 version. And it is probably one of the most psychedelic and enjoyable 3D platforms I've ever played. Up until Mario Odyssey, Psychonauts was my favorite 3D platformer. I cannot go into words to describe just how good of a game it is because of just how out there it is. So think of like when you think of Mario, right? One problem that Mario games tend to have is like each kind of stage kind of follows a certain kind of theme and thematic. Like all ice stages play similarly, all desert stages play similarly, all ocean stages stay similarly, etc., etc. And obviously, in the later Mario games, we've been moving more past that, especially in Odyssey. But in Psychonauts, every single stage was this massive fucking trip because every single stage took place in the mind of a person, right? Like Coach Oleander guy, right? He is a military general, or he wanted to be a military general, and he thinks he's a military general, but turns out he actually was denied from going to the army because he was too short, and that's what led to a lot of his traumas, that why he went evil, right? Literally Napoleon complex. But his mind is a massive battlefield, World War II battlefield going on the entire time, right? And while that's happening, while that battlefield's happening, you're able to do and interact with things that happen in the mind, like figments of imagination are your like coins that you pick up. You're able to find memory vaults or vaults of memory to feed the memories of all the people once you're inside their minds. Some of them are really fucked up, by the way. Like Sasha Nine's memories are of him. His mother died when he was young, and he was just him and his father. And his mother wasn't abusing him or anything, but obviously his father fell into depression because his wife died. His wife died when he was pretty young, so he wasn't able to like really get to know his mother. And his dad, obviously being too sad to just bring her back up, didn't really tell her all that much. So him getting his psychic powers, he decided to like jump into his mind and just to see his mom, and then accidentally saw his dad porking his mom, and he was like, "All right, I can't look at you anymore. I'm leaving." So it wasn't that he left him out of like the abuse. It was literally like, I can't look at you the same way, and I don't want to think of my mom because now I just think of you porking her. I don't like this. And then you have Mila, that disco go-go girl. In fact, think of Sasha 9 as kind of like your stereotypical Agent K Men in Black kind of person, whereas Sasha 9 is effectively Austin Powers' secret agent, where she's constantly jiving around and partying, and it's constantly, and her headspace and her level is literally just one giant party where everyone's having fun and everything's all exciting and happy. But then her memory vault is literally, oh, she ran an orphanage where she took care of kids. One day when she was out of the orphanage got set on fire. Because of her psychic powers, she literally had to listen to the screams and horror of the children screaming out for help. And now it's literally held in this like out of way place in her mind. Literally, you got to go out of your way to find it, where nightmares are constantly swirling around trying to fight their way into her mind. And you can hear the literal whispers of the kids like whispering out at begging her to save her. It's dark. But yeah. And just every single stage is this utterly new experience with new mechanics. Every single stage plays massively differently. You have Sasha 9, who's just like a by the books blank Agent K character, and because of that, his world is this monochrome black and white just cube of a space. However, whereas Mila is always partying and she's like really vibrant with her thoughts, so her world is a party world. You sometimes delve into the minds of mental patients who have different kinds of traumas. You meet this Mexican painter who's constantly torn up about how his like kind of his like life didn't fall to shit, but basically after his girlfriend dumped him in high school, it made him lose focus of his life. and his entire area is this like Dia dos Muertos black kind of imagery painting zone where everything is hyper stylized in that iconic Day of the Dead like visage. You have you have the Milkman, probably one of the more iconic characters, whose entire stage is like the concept that he thinks like everything is conspiracy theory. You literally go into the brain of a conspiracy theorist to see how they see and how they see the world and how they think everyone and their mother, from the Girl Scouts, literally the Girl Scouts, to the guy fixing a pole, is out to get them. You have cases of this actress who went through the mental anguishes of being an actress. It isn't all fun and games. You got to deal with a lot of bullshit. Where her mother where her mother committed suicide. All the critics started to pan her, and she just fell into depression because literally it's depressing. Every single stage was like that, utterly vibrant, utterly new, bright, and colorful. It's a kind of game that most AAA developers wouldn't make nowadays. So the fact that this being remade right here and now, or made as got a sequel in today's age, makes me so fucking happy. That being said, now that I've gushed about how good this game is, I want to talk about one thing that's going on in the video game industry real quick, and then something that's happening to me personally that I'm happy about. Apparently, Blizzard Activision is deleting or destroying evidence over their sexual harassment case. I don't want to like fully confirm it, but it's I want to say right now I'm going to say alleged that they're doing that. And the thing is, it's kind of, they're not even like, from what I'm hearing, they're not really like hard hiding it, because you got to realize the cases like this, they don't really get punished for doing this. You know that, right? Or they get punished, but the fine that they get for destroying evidence is less than the fine they'll get if they're found guilty. So they're saying, okay, we'd rather pay like $500,000 for destroying evidence than to pay like the $5 million for being found guilty. Because that's kind of the mindset that happens when you're just that wealthy. As fucked up as it is. And on something that I'm personally happy with, my favorite creature type in MCG has been added to MCG Arena. Slivers. I mean, sure, there's another broken instant like turn 3 combo that you can pull out, because it's clear that they don't give a fuck about they really do not give a fuck about when it comes to creating quality content in that game. But I'm just glad that my favorite creature type's there. Either way, I've heard nothing but good things about this game. Let's get into it. Oh, and the voice actor, Richard, that you're hearing right now, Richard Horvitz, I believe is how to say his name. You know his voice. He's Invader Zim. He was Alpha in the original Power Rangers. He's Moxie in what's it called? What's the thing? He's Moxie in Hell of a Boss right now. He's Billy from Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. I think it's safe to say he's one of those iconic voice actors that we've all took part of our childhood. You know. In fact, let me go get my phone charged up and ready so I can tell you each of these voice actors. Okay, so this game takes place 3 days after the Rhombus of Ruin, that VR game. Well, this is boring. God, I like those visual stylings. There's his girlfriend, Lily. Psychonauts 2. Voice. Not voice. Voice. Hey, look, Oleander. He's not evil anymore, it seems. Let's see. Yeah, and the end also ruin. Yeah, at the end of Ruin, after you go into his own headspace and help him get through his trauma, he becomes a good guy, quote unquote. Oh, this is bait. Oh, they're literally baiting him. Oh, they're literally baiting him. Oh, they're actually baiting him. Oh my god. Yo, he's not gonna fall for that. He's not that stupid. Oh, I can't. I can't move any faster. All right, so that's actually pretty smart. Anyway, so Lily's voice actor, Lily Zanato, is voiced by Nikki Rapp. She has done. She's Lily from, funnily enough, from Firewatch. She is Lily again. Does she only voice characters named Lily? She's Lily in this. She's Lily from Firewatch. She's Lily from the Walking Dead video game. She's Sam Jr. and Sam and Mock from Sam and Max, the Devil's Playhouse. Tales of Monkey Island. She's Morgan Le Fay. She's also Lily Zanato in the original Psychonauts, obviously. Arthur's Sandcastle Contest. Oh, she's Muffy from Arthur, or just the video games, it seems. Oh no, well, yeah, just the video games. It seems like she's Arthur. She's Muffy. Hmm. Well, there you go. Next we have Coach Oleander. It's Nick Jamison. He's both Coach Oleander and Lobato. Same thing there. And let's see. Phineas and Ferb Star Wars. He's Uncle Owen. uh, he is MODOK and Doctor Strange in Marvel Heroes of 2013 game. He's the Royal Torturer in Dishonored. He's Ostagoth in Darksiders 2. Batman Year 1, he's Merkel. What else? What else? He's Ben Kenobi in The Force Unleashed. Beowulf movie 2007. He's one of the drunken thanes. Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops. He's Colonel Skorowanski. FF12. He's Rominus Barnag Dalmasca. Emperor Palpatine in Empire at War. He's done a lot of voices. And he was Coach Oleander and Pokeloke. Dr. Lobato in the first game had a assistant named Shigor, obviously a play on Igor, voiced by Tara Strong, mind you. And the only reason she was honestly a nice and kind person, but because Dr. Lobato was holding her pet turtle, Mr. Pokeloke, hostage, she was doing his bidding. What was his first thing? Oh, he was Palpatine in the Clone Wars show as well. Interesting. Oh, he's Palpatine a lot, in fact. He's a shit ton of characters in My Life as a Teenage Robot. Most of the background characters and some of the villains at that. How long does his Chris history go back? Jesus. Yeah, he's been doing a lot of Emperor Palpatines. Clifford the Big Red Dog, who was Sheriff Lewis, as his first thing. Next, Sasha 9, Stephen Stanton. He is Sasha 9, obviously. Oh, he's like a lot of the characters at Monsters at Work. He's Smitty Needleman George Sanders and Chuck at Monsters at Work. He is a lot of the voices in Scooby Doo. Jesus fucking. He's literally 10 voices in this one, 12 voices in this one Scooby Doo movie. Scooby Doo and Guess Who, or Scooby Doo show. A lot of voices in Star Wars. What's it I'm looking for? Oh, cool! He was the Pigeon Man from Hey Arnold. Awesome! What a good show. I still need to see that movie. What else has he done that's prominent? In Disney's Infinity 3.0, he's Ben Kenobi. Warlords of Draenor, he's Volrath and Rengari Shadar. A lot of voices in the Star Wars Rebels show. Girl Meets Worlds, he's Frank Mudusi. I think, yeah, I said that wrong probably. A lot of voices there. Yeah, he's done a lot of voices too. I'd be scrolling here for a while. And Mila Vidalo is voiced by Alexis Lezin, who has done a character in this game who I do not know about yet, so I'm going to keep scrolling. Oh, she hasn't done that much, actually, when it comes to voice acting. She's only played this character in all 3 games. That's good. Alright, and with that, back to playing. I can run now, good. Nice. Oh, cool. He has a karate chop, karate chop, karate chop, karate chop, force palm. That was his basic combo in the last game as well. Ooh, this has a lot more impact than the last game. Like, nice. Can't do my drop down attack. Oh yeah, there it is. I got my psychic dive kick too. Before it was instead of it being a dive kick, it was a body slam or like a double arm slam straight to the ground. Stand on boxes. Nice. No. No, I'm not following you. Ow. Okay, double jump still feels good. God. They do not make games like this anymore. This feels really snappy. Also, it's a lot less floaty, and you don't go as high as you did in the last game. I do like that your concept of your double jump is literally you creating a psychic object under you to jump off of. That also kind of looks like a fart. Why were these gummed to the wall? Wait, what'd that say? Hold X. Yeah, you don't go as high. It's not as floaty as the last game. One thing about this game is that I won't have to do the voice acting myself with a lot of this stuff because apparently everything's voice acted so far. I'm being baited now. Jesus. Ooh. That's see, just look already. they're literally playing with the frame space of what's going on without turning. I saw it from like a long way away, but I saw that as the world goes forward, the entire world inverts like it's some Doctor Strange shit. Oh, I love it already. Got wall jumps, that's new. Ah. I also move a lot slower. Move, Rez! Woo! So we got a dodge. Just yep, our dodge is still here. Still got my telekinesis. Can I pick up people? I can, but I can't pick up him. So, basically our coins in this game are these objects called figments of imagination. Obviously, in his world, you have things like these chair that, you know how when you're just kind of looking around, you know and you perceive as something being there but not really there in a sense? Like, if you're walking in an office space, even when you can't see the item, even if you can't see like a chair, you know a chair is there, and it's just kind of like a figment of your imagination on the concept of that. That's what these are. Figments of the imagination are littered all over the mental world. Your rank will increase every 100 you collect. In the last game, if you collected every single one in all the worlds, you also got a secret cutscene. It makes sense that I wouldn't have to. So it makes sense that I wouldn't lose. It's only been technically it's only been 4 days since I've left the since it's only been 4 days since I've mastered all of my. Oh, cool. It's only been 4 days since I finished doing my basic braining and all that stuff and calling on my psychic powers. So it makes sense I would still have them. They're probably just going to give them to me over a long period of time. And the reason that he's so good at doing things like this is because, once again, he is an acrobat kid. Is that a figment? What is that? Oh, it's a scalpel. Ugh. He used me as a shield, the fuck? That's worrying. Sensors. Attacks thoughts that don't belong. So one, probably the only, wait. So probably the only downside, wow. Yeah, the only downside this game really has is that the combat isn't really all that, like, ooh, he actually does a little bit farther. The combat isn't all that extensive. It's really basic and easy, but then again, do you really play a A platformer for the combat? I don't think you do. Yeah, see? And emotional. See, all these concepts that make sense in how we describe the functions of the brain are all concepts in this game, and that's what I love about it. Those are our health upgrades, or not our health upgrades, our life. Seems like this is the way to move for a while. Oh, cool, it's moving! Can't move it, though. Memory Vault. Some minds try to protect themselves by locking memories away in vaults. Chase them down and bust them open to reveal their memories. Alright, let's look at the memories of Mr. Dr. Lobato here. Enhancement under the sea. So he was chilling with the turtle, Mr. Pokeloke. He was given a map, a passport, and a lot of money, and sent here for some reason, where he was given his own personal lab to experiment and make fish people and play games with them. So in the first game, there was a concept of while you were exploring the place, there was rumors of a giant creature kidnapping campers, and it turns out the creature that was kidnapping campers was a giant lungfish, a mutated giant lungfish named Olga. It's a female. It is canonically a female, right? And she's nice, but she's just being mind controlled because she's literally being mind controlled. Like there's no other way to describe it. But after you go into her mind space and free her from the control, she allows you to get to and from the tower that all the brain kidnapping is happening at. Seems like there's 80 in this place. Snag this. So you need to pick up these tags. Yep. We're reading out the tag with its companion emotional baggage to help sort it out. See? Isn't this great? Can't even tell what that figment was. Telephone here. Where's the emotional baggage at? Is it behind this wall? Oh, no, there it is. Here you go, buddy. Oh, there's not a scene. Before there's like a little scene where you see the bag literally being carried away. So it's still happy, but you're not carrying it away anymore. Whatever, it's fine. Yep. I apologize for the people who don't like looking inside mouths. We still have our Cyblast, which makes sense. Oh, one thing I want to talk about. So, at the end of the first game, it's you find out the last boss is a fusion of Oleander's like messed up memories of his father and Raz's own messed up memories of his own father. The reason that Oleander had problems with his father is because that when he was a very young child, he was a very like loving and caring and compassionate child. But his father was a butcher who was like, I ain't got time to do this nonsense. And literally, for the sake of toxic masculinity, he literally took the bunny that he raised as a young child and cut it up in front of him because he was a butcher. So that caused him to go, yeah. And your own father, it's not that he hates psychics. It's not that he hates psychics. He fears them because of the curse that was put upon them. He's also a psychic, actually. It's just that he doesn't like them because they literally cursed his family. Kind of understanding. Oh, it's being used as a platform to get me by. Nice. Let's keep grabbing these figments. Snack that. Hmm. Tooth fairy. All right. We got a tooth fairy figment of imagination. So is that what he thinks tooth fairies are? People who like mobsters who take teeth from him? Office directory, rage, break, down, boss, trap. It's literally saying it's a trap. Come on now. Gross. Regrets. It's gonna drop weight on my head. Huh. Woo. Shared regrets. Mm. See, not hard, very hard combat. But that's not a problem because the platforming is so good and enjoyable. Are these guys? Do these guys have voice actors? Give me a second. Tooth fairy, tooth fairy. I'm trying to keep my eyes on just the left side of the page. You just gotta like scroll through very fast and look just at the images so I don't see all the names because I don't want to get spoiled with the characters. Tooth fairy, tooth fairy, tooth fairy. Just try to look at the. Oh, apparently Travis Willinghams in this game. Cool. Tooth fairy, tooth fairy. Where are you, Tooth Fairy? Damn it! This is hard because I don't want to like spoil myself. I damn it, damn it, damn it. Tooth Fairy, Tooth Fairy. Where's the tooth? Where's a picture of his tooth? Man, this would be a lot easier if I could like. Nope, can't find it. All right. Sasha. Gotta keep my eye out for any figments. You're able to come back to these stages for obviously, but I want to see if I can to catch anything my first time around. I cannot wait to get my. Yeah, I can't wait to get my levitation power pack. Eh. Levitation was like your super walk or your super run. Brain represents the strength of Raz's connection to the dimensional world. When the dimensional energy is depleted, he will reset back to the last mental checkpoint. Oh, okay, I shouldn't be hitting anything. Woo! Loose lips sinks drips. Give me a second. I want to test out the water thing. So, when it comes to interacting with water, if you touch it... Oh, wow. That was kind of strange. But yeah, if you touch it, a hand comes down and tries to grab you. You can do one hop, two hop, third time, grabs you, instant death. So yeah, you can do one, two, three, instant death. And you can't jump again once you land in it. So watch, I can do my double jump, and I tried to do my double jump out. I lose my access to my double jump. Pyrokinesis. Oh, so it's a flaming orb this time. By the way, in the last game she played, she was kind of like almost Helga, where she was like, "Oh, I totally don't like you," and then you get to a point where you're in her mind, and she's like, "Oh wait." Yeah, you eventually start to read her thoughts for a little bit, and she's like, "Oh, I totally want you to kiss me." Wait, what? Now the question is, will she be mad if I burn this one as well? Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh. See, he's not a bad person. It's just that again, someone is like kind of controlling him. Nothing there. There's something here though. We got another figment over here. Is that a seal? Veneers for all. Strange. Kind of weird that I can't. That I can only burn these pictures and can't, like, burn them off the wall. Anyway. Let's see. Yep. So we don't have the tag for this one right now. Oh, yeah, we do. Sometimes it'll be like, oh, I found it. I find it later. You got to come back. I think I actually picked up that tag. Ooh. Thank you. There doesn't seem to be anything over here. I doubt there's anything over there on this wall, but I still kind of want to check, you know? Better safe than sorry. You also get a lot less hang time. In the other game, you got like a good full second or two in the air after you touch the water. Here, you get like a half a second at best. Oh, God. Really? Okay, nothing there. Ooh. Nothing there. Ooh. Got some emotional baggage over there, though. No! Ah! I feel like once we figure out what happens to this guy, we'll figure out who's forcing him to do this. He's going to get, like, mind fricked. Don't be snitch. Don't be rats. Can't grab anything here. Emotional baggage. Nothing there. This might be a case where I have to come back. Technically both. Hey, Lily. Hold you back. Okay, I'll do that in a second. I want to look around this room a little first. Can I set you on fire? Yes, I can. Ooh, what's that? Side pop. This brain candy will restore your mental energy. Oh, so it's just a health thing I can hold on to. What the hell? Oh, that's what's happening. Give me that. They are literally slowing me down. I will throw this at you. Stop. Rude asshole. I know you guys are having a real interesting conversation over there, but I gotta explore. Oh, poor little Lovato. He's not a bad guy. He's really not. Oh, Titanium. Titanium is a psychoreactive material used by Psychonauts as currency. Save it up and buy stuff later. In the last game, it was Titanium with psychic arrowheads. Literally, they were I think that's implying that there were psychic Native Americans or whatever you are technically. Oh, this is still the same world space as before. God, it's hot in here. No. Whee! Whoa. It does not last as long. Interesting. So in the last game, when you use this, you were able to float all the way down to the ground, and now it's like a bubble that only lasts for a certain amount of time. Makes sense. Makes sense. Better balance that way. Up, up. Does that move back? Yeah, it does. I apologize to all the people who have fear of looking into mouths like this. Hey, yeah, see? There's the tag. We gotta go back for it later. So now we can go back and get that last piece of emotional baggage later. How do I get up there? Oh yeah, up your ass. They fill up my balloon. I should be able to make it, right? Yes, I can. Nice. I'm not gonna make it. It's gonna take me a while to get used to the balloon not lasting forever. Okay, move to the apex. Okay, I see what it wants me to do. So it wants me to go here and go to here. You can kind of tell when the balloon's about to pop because it starts to fade away. Interesting. So yeah, it wants me to go to there. Oh, I can get set on fire by my own fire. You gotta be more careful. Grab this. And that. There we go. Oh, I can pop the bubble myself just by also pressing X. Okay. Figment. I already got levitation back. This is basically the go-to way of getting around. You can't control it as well because you're literally rolling on a ball, but it's a lot faster than just walking. You also jump higher, but you can't double jump out of it. This, I guess this means we're gonna have to come back sometime later. I can already tell, yeah, we're gonna have to come back later for this. I wonder what these things actually are. They also lead to another tag over there. Alright. I'll be back. Ow. Can't bump into the things, though. Or attack while on the ball. I'll hurry in a second. Wait, go back. Go back. Oh, God. Oh, come on. No. I gotta test this out. So I can't go from levitating to being on the ground with the ball. Okay, understandable. Yeah. I was testing out my limits. That's not a figment over there. What? Oh, okay. Get that. Get that. Get all that. No! Damn it! It's gonna have to take me a while to get used to the controls. Because they're a lot less forgiving than they were in the original game. Got mental energy. Oh, hey! We're back at the camp. That is a tower where the brain extracting took place. Yeah, and it's clear I'm going to get a new power later on that allows me to traverse areas like this. Okay. Keep your eye out for any figments, boys and girls. There's also a little bit of a delay because you actually do the motion as opposed to the ball just appearing under you. Lovato! Give me that. Woo! Ow. It's going to take me a while to get used to R2 being grab and not dodge. Egg? Box? What are you talking about? Oh. Six more figments here. Looks like they're all right there, too. And if you pay attention to the figments that are... No. To the figments that are around, you sometimes get, like, imagery of what the people are dealing with. And, like, little hints that what's really going on. Hope I didn't miss a figment anywhere. Hey! That figment was his, Shigor. That was his assistant. And there's Mr. Pokeloke, who's a hyper-intelligent turtle. Talking turtle. That's all 80. Who's that? The mysterious figure is voiced by Darren DePaul. Yo, I'm calling it now. That's the person who put the curse on the Rasputin family. That person is Darren DePaul voice, or yeah, Darren DePaul. I'm actually not gonna say the voices that he is in this game because I think that might be spoilers. So let's look at the other things he's done. He was J. Jonah Jameson in Spider-Man Miles Morales. Yakuza Like a Dragon, he's Mamori Takabe. In Star Wars The Squadron, he's the main character, the pilot. In Avengers, he's Hulk. He's Quan Chi in Mortal Kombat Legends. Doom Eternal, he's Sam Hayden. Benjamin Hancock in Death Stranding. Reed Thompson in The Outer Worlds. He's Bog in Amphibia. Oh, we're still on the thing. Yeah, we're still on the submarine. He's Revenant in Apex Legends. He's Ryo Kaio in Baki. He's Nestor and Boris, Cypher and Roscoe and Bubba in Spiral Redaler Trilogy. Oh, he's Arden from Dissidia. Worrying. Oh, Lobato. Ah, the real Psychonauts arena. Actual, just a giant fucking brain. Ooh, new characters. Who's her voice actress? Kimberly Brooks. Wait, as in Keela and the Bee? she's Shinobu from Okay, so she's Shinobu from No More Heroes. She's Bumblebee from DC Superheroes. The new Psychonaut. Oh, and DC's Death of the Family, the 2020 short. She's the police officer who holds up Jason Todd. She's Jasper. Ow. Okay, I feel kind of attacked. All right. She's the mole, isn't she? Employee of the year. So she's also Marvel. She's also a Storm in Marvel's Powers United VR 2018. She's Alora from Voltron, the the recent one, the 2017 one. Apparently that show fell apart. I've only watched the first two seasons. She's this Angelica Rogers person from Legends of Heroes. She does a lot of black actress voices effectively. She's also a few Asian people as well. In Persona 4 Dancing All Night, she's Koyoka. Has she always been what's it called? Has she always been Bumblebee? Huh. I didn't know she was Jasper. Kimberly Brooks. Go figure. What else has she done? Her earliest thing. Wait. She's Bumblebee in Teen Titans Go, the TV show. I assume that she's been Bumblebee. Oh, she's Daisy Fitzroy from Bioshock Infinite. She's Serena, the female voice of Alien X in in Ben 10. She's also Prince Luma. You know, the for some reason far more voluptuous four-armed creature who wants to get with Ben. I have no idea why they made her so curvy and yet all the other ones just look normal. It's kind of weird to me. She is... Oh, God, she's Ashley from Mass Effect. Oh, gross. Actually gross. Oh! She's like the best magic user in Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor Overclocked. She's the best magic user in Mari. Wait, am I thinking of a different... No, she's not the best magic. I'm thinking of the second game. Ugh, Ashley. Gross. Actually gross. I'm trying to see if she's always been Bumblebee, though. Oh, she was Lucha Girl from Mucha Lucha. Cool. She's also Tucker's mom in Danny Phantom. Oh, she's Saracen from Teen Titans, but it doesn't look like she was Bumblebee. Okay. So she was in Teen Titans, just not as Bumblebee. She's been doing voices since... Oh, she's Puff from Static Shock. She has been doing voices... Oh, she's Mimi. She was the black friend of Dee Dee from Dexter's Laboratory. So yeah, she's been doing stuff. She's also some additional voices and other stuff. But she's been in the industry since 1991. Good for her. Alright, that being said, I think that's, for right now, is a pretty decent place to stop. So, you're effectively getting out what the concept of Psychonauts 2 is. But for right now, I want everyone to have a good morning, evening, day, or night. And don't worry, I'm not stopping the LP of The World Ends With You. I had to play this game, man. I've waited so long. I literally forgot, and then Moist Critical was like, hey, you know this game came out, right? And it's really, really good, right? So yeah, here we are. Either way, I want everyone out there to have a good morning, evening, day, or night, wherever you're at. But for right now, I'm out. Later.